Assalamu alaikum. This tutorial is about attaching a cable component to our character component and um, and how its properties will act, and how you can attach the end of the cable, one end of the cable to our character and the other end to anything, any static mesh. And definitely we will change the properties to see the behavior of the cable and collision also. So let's jump into the tutorial to see how the cable works when it attached to the character component, and how you can attach it to any other actor. In the last tutorial, we see the intro to cable actor, some generic properties, and how we can attach both ends. In this tutorial, we will add a cable component to our third person character. So in order to add the cable component to our third person character, you have to search a cable component here. So you can make a child of capsule component or mesh component. It depends on your requirement. So for now, like if you haven't seen the previous tutorial about the intro to cable, you must see that we have discussed a lot of things about the cable. And so attached start means it's attached to anything of which the cable is a child of. For example, if we uncheck it, now you can see it was attached to our and the mesh of the character. So the end point is there, and if we uncheck it, it will fall down. So we can increase or decrease the end location, and also we can increase the cable length. The more cable will make it more flexible. And also number of segments, you can see here are the number of segments. You can see a bit of low poly look you can get here. If we decrease the number of segments, now it has only 1, 2, 3 segments. And if we increase it, now you can see the quality of the cable is enhanced and it's more like a rope now. And also if you can increase the solver iterations, it is basically how much stiffness you want to add to this cable. If you increase, it has more stiffness, you can see. Now if I decrease the value to minimum value of 1, now you can see it is more flexible now. Once again I increase it to maximum. Now you can see it is more stiffer now. So let's make it 6. And on the other side, we can add a force to cable. So right now you can see it's a x-axis and it's a y-axis. So if we increase value, now you can see we have added a very large force. That's why the cable bends in that direction. And if we want to move the cable upwards, it's not moving the cable upwards, it's actually applying a force. So let's reset it to the normal value. Now you can increase or decrease or reverse the gravity. For example, if we decrease the gravity to very small value, like you can see now it behaves like it's in the low gravity environment. If we make it negative, now you can see it's moving upwards because the gravity is acting in the reverse direction. So if we increase, now you can see it is moving downward and it's not more flexible now. See, so you can have different properties and you can customize it. It's a very customizable actor. We can use it in many ways for grappling hook, or maybe we can use it for Spider-Man web and many other. Or if you want to make a rope, if you want to hang your character to rope, and many other things. So cable width. So you can increase or decrease cable width also. And also number of sides. Now it has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Now you can increase the size to make it more round shaped, and one side it will not be visible, and 3 it will be a more triangular shape. So, and also the tile material. The tile material means how much tiling you want for the material you applied on the cable. So if I increase, you can see now the tiling increased, and if I decrease, now you can see it is the material is stretched all the way because our tiling material value is very low. So now the other thing here is the here is a collision. So by default this cable component has no collision on it, and for some reason if you want to add collision, you can enable collision. After the enabling collision, it will start to interact with the objects in the world, and whenever you, anything collides with the cable will collide with it. But I have read on many forums and documentation that the cable collision is very costly. So if you have a very specific reason, then you have to use it. Otherwise, no use of the collision is better. So the other thing, an important thing is attach end. For example, if you want to attach cable to some component, for example you want to add some cube or anything, or maybe the end of like a grappling hook, you want to attach the end of cable to the hook, then we can add let's say any static mesh. Let's say we add cube here, and let's scale it down and move it here. Now if you want cable to attach to that cube, you have to make the end location and cable length 0, and then what is the name of component name? It is cube, CUBE. You have to write here CUBE. Now you have to compile it. Now you can see our cable is attached to that cube. Now wherever you move, cable will follow that direction, and it will increase or decrease in length. And now we can add cable length, how much we want, and number of segments, and solver iterations, and anything. You can change the properties, so you can move cable in any direction now. So you can also make, for example, you have some stand or anything here, and here you want to hang a rope between these two wooden stands or anything, you can do it that way. So let's I want to show you the collision of that character with the already placed cable actor from the last tutorial. It has enabled collision. So if I move, you can see it is colliding with our character. Okay, so if I select it, if I disable the collision, now you can see it is there is no more collision on the cable. So similarly, the collision will act for that cable in the same way, and in the next tutorials we will work on the grappling hook, the very basic grappling hook, in which when we press a key, that cable will start to increase in its length and inward, and the end location will hook to the target point, and then on releasing the key, our character will fly to that point, like you saw in many games, and also it is pretty much closer to Spider-Man. also. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope we'll see you in the next tutorial. Till then, Allah Hafiz.